Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all of the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and you like crypto, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. Oh gosh. Gotta turn this volume down here on my iPad. Give me 1 second here. That way we can. I'm gonna try to watch the chat here. I gotta figure out how to mute this real quick. Oh my gosh, we're having a live disaster here. Live disaster. I didn't know. Where's the volume on this? Frank, you gotta turn that volume off.
Who'd have thought?
All right, guys.
Didn't want to hear yourself twice.
You're hearing me twice? Oh, I don't. I hate hearing myself twice.
Yeah, never mind.
That's the worst. All right, guys. Every single day we come to you live at 11:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I'm currently in Las Vegas. I did successfully make it through day one of the World Series of Poker main event. So coming to day two, which is tomorrow, a little less than my starting stack. I was crushing it, and then made some bad plays. Just whatever. What really got me thrown off is we started talking about crypto at the table. That's when it all went south for me. When people started, they were talking about the Bitcoin and the Ethereum all-time high price. Now these are people that don't really even watch. They don't even know who I am. Imagine being in crypto and not even having an idea of who the biggest community is or the biggest channel. And it's so crazy that there were so many people at the table that were talking about crypto and they had no clue that I was even there, which is good. Well, I always think that's fascinating because that just means there's so much potential for our channel to continue to grow here. So really good stuff. But guys, let's talk about what everybody wants to talk about. Bitcoin and Ethereum crushing it. Ethereum's setting new all-time highs. Bitcoin itself is also crushing it. It was almost at $67,000. Right now it's at $66,100, as you guys can see right here. Huge pump last night. Kind of came out of nowhere. What did you think about it, TJ?
I was all about it. I've been waiting for that big pump, that Sunday night pump for a while. So getting it finally was nice. We talked about it a little bit on Friday, both DZ and I, with the big Ethereum options expiring on Friday. There was a lot of open interest that was wrapping up. And looks like we finally got the move we were looking for. So I'll take it.
Yeah, a lot of people are expecting 70,000 very soon. Some people are calling for 80,000 in the next few weeks. Jeb was this morning talking about how he thinks it could go all the way to 90,000 by the end of the month, which Plan B's prediction is 98,000. A lot of people just say like they can't see it happening. Where's the money coming from? But the money, we're almost at $3 trillion on market cap. Total market cap, we're at 2.881 on CoinMarketCap right now, according to their numbers, as you can see right there. Now, CoinGecko actually has it at over $3 trillion, as you guys can see right there.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say it did hit 3 last night at least.
On CoinGecko. It did not hit it on CoinMarketCap. It topped out at 2.886. So CoinGecko, and people might want to wonder why that is. It's because CoinGecko has a larger assortment of coins on it than CoinMarketCap does. And so you can see like there's over $1 trillion worth of coins that are listed on CoinGecko that are not listed on CoinMarketCap. And there may also be something to do with some of the volume. Maybe they don't count some of the trading numbers. CoinMarketCap doesn't count. Like I know they don't count, I don't think they count Hex's market cap on CoinMarketCap. And I'm not sure if that's the top 200. I don't know exactly where they pull all those numbers from. But we're going to cover that story in a little bit. We're going to look at 3 trillion, so don't want to spoil that one too much. Guys, don't forget, we are at 1.36 million subscribers here. So thank you to everybody for joining the Bit Squad. We are at 652,000 here on Twitter. On Instagram, we are at 329,000. Is that the latest number? Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Let's see. Is that right?
Could be.
Let's see. No, I'm sorry. We're at 339,000 on Instagram. I knew that didn't sound right. And my account here where I do a lot of personal videos or personal pictures, not really having to do with crypto. Dad jokes for the win. This has got 3480. That's me and my wife that's me and my wife on the gondola. TJ, why did we not ride the gondola together?
Probably just because I left too early. If I was in town, I probably would have been there with you guys.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, sure. 2.7 million over here on TikTok. So these are going pretty well for us on the social media. Now, like I said, we're at $2.88 trillion here on CoinMarketCap. $115 billion in volume. Pretty low considering the giant move we had. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I think this is a really key number to watch here. Bitcoin dominance 43.3%. TJ, do you think we've seen the peak of the run up of Bitcoin dominance that we had been on over the last 2 or 3 months? Do you think it's not going to get back above 50% for this bull run?
Yes, I would agree with that
Yeah.
100%. I think it's gonna continue to slowly drop as we move forward.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. When we look here at, let's see, the last month, well, that's not what I want on Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance over the last month, you guys can see this little spike it had. It spiked up back to 46.81%. I had been calling for 55%. When it peaked out at 46 and started to drop, I said I didn't even think we would see 50%, and now it looks like that rooster is coming home to roost. So coming back to the crypto markets, it'll cost you 85 and a half Paraguays to send an ETH transaction. Bitcoin right at $66,000, up 60% for the last 24 hours, 8% for the 7 days. Ethereum at 47.80. Is Ethereum at an all-time high right now at this very second? It is.
Yeah.
Ethereum right now, as we're doing this video, just hit a new all-time high of 47.89. Wow, that is spectacular. Love to see that. Binance Coin hanging tough at 650. Solana actually down today, which is interesting. Cardano XRP pump like crazy. I don't know if people saw that. It's back to $1.25. Its local top was like $1.33, I think. So it's getting very close to that. Dogecoin had a nice pump, 5%. Biggest gainers of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Power rate, please. UMA 45% gains. Loot Ring 35%. Crypto.com has been crushing it. You see that's up 88% for the week.
Wow.
Pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, we got KuCoin shares. Justin would be happy if he didn't sell it all. Litecoin and Maker, Stacks, and Phantom. Those are all your 10% gainers. Avalanche doing well. Also, there's some blast from the past. Basic Attention Token was actually doing pretty good, which I found to be very interesting. So let's move on. Q&A. Let's do it.
All right, Q&A. We've got a couple so far. If you guys have more questions, drop them in the chat. We'll work them in. King Jade 8. Is it too late to buy Sandbox? What metaverse projects are still a good buy? We get this question a lot.
Yeah. I would say, is it too late to buy Sandbox? I mean, it just had what, like a 300% pump. If we look at it here, let's actually pull it up and check it out for the last 7 days. Let's see, Sandbox.
And I feel like while you're looking that up, I want to point out there's a big difference between is it too late to buy something and is it still a good buy? Because like where the price sits currently can affect if it's a good buy right now today. But most of the time on the question, is it too late? The answer is no, there will be other opportunities.
Well, I mean, if you look at the Sandbox chart here, like I said, it was on a massive run up and it did go up like 300%. What I'll tell you is, I mean, look, I mean, it's had a peak, it came down, and now it looks like it's building support to make another move possibly. So I would say, no, I definitely don't think it's too late to get into Sandbox. I think it's definitely going to have probably another run. When we look at what's happening on with the metaverse in general, there's a lot of great projects to look at. Decentraland, Blocktopia, two that we talk about a pretty good bit. TJ, I've been like doing some more research on metaverse and some of the guys out there that are making channels on this stuff so far. It's very interesting. I think we need to maybe have some of those people on maybe New Money Gang or the NFT show here pretty soon, because there's fascinating stuff going on right now with the metaverse. So, and a lot of people are in agreement. This is definitely something that is going to make a lot of people millionaires for sure, and not just investing in the coins, but you know, into the rundown. You didn't move.
Yeah, I hit it. I just didn't go. I just noticed it too.
You hit it, but you didn't go.
Yeah.
Would you say you stayed?
Yeah, you could say. All right, next question. Will Polkadot drop in the bear market?
Yes. All coins will drop in the bear market.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The one coin that was resilient through the bear market that actually showed massive gains during that time was Chainlink. And a lot of people are talking about Chainlink again. Jeb made a video about it recently. I think that, you know, Chainlink is one to watch. And we could certainly have some Chainlink-like performances. Maybe Chainlink does go down drastically this time.
Yeah.
Because it's very rare a coin would go up in a bear market. But yes, Polkadot will definitely drop in the bear market. Everything will.
Yummy
And even,
Noodle.
and even Chainlink did have an initial drop in the bear market, and then it rose very quickly.
Yeah, I think part of Chainlink's success was it wasn't new, but it was getting its first big run into the mainstream during a bear market,
Yeah,
which helped it stand
definitely.
out a little bit. Where'd it go? Oh, do you think VET has potential for a parabolic move even though it's been steadily moving up recently?
It just had a massive move, didn't it?
I think that's what they're saying. It's been stair stepping up recently. Do you think that prohibits it from a parabolic move, like a blow off top, or not?
No, of course not. I mean, really, a stair step move is good. And I mean, look, there's definitely been some parabolic movement on this chart. I mean, this is a huge run up right here, and it looks like it's getting ready for a new leg up of that move. I would say that generally the reason it feels like that is because VeChain has had so many periods where it's been stagnant for a long time. But I definitely think that it can, I definitely think that it can go parabolic, and it will go parabolic. Right now, it just hit 16.5 cents, which I think is the highest it's been since the main run up, where it did go all the way to 26 cents. So, it's busting through its current resistance and looks like it could be heading back there pretty soon. So, yeah, definitely like no altcoin during altcoin season, no major altcoins are going to stair step. They're all going to go parabolic in the end. By parabolic, we mean things going straight up. And also, guys, I do want to add, we by request, we did you move that all the way to the end?
No, it's doing weird stuff.
It's acting wrong.
Yeah.
So at the end, you guys will see we have a beginner Q&A. We're going to do this every Monday, I think. If there's a lot of questions, we might do it different days. But we want you guys who are beginners, who are new to crypto, throughout this stream to be dropping questions for the beginner Q&A. These are going to be very basic, very simple stuff, fundamentals. If you're an expert or you're intermediate in crypto, still could be a good reminder for you on what the basics are. And I'll tell you what I think. I think that what we heard is that as simple as we try to make this channel, we still talk over people's heads a lot, and I hate that. And so even if you feel like you are an expert or an intermediate person, like these questions may not apply to you, hopefully we can do it in a way that can help you explain these simple topics to your friends or family who might be interested in crypto. So I think it'll be really for everybody.
Perfect. All right. Couple more quick questions here since our time's kind of way off. What's the projected high for Ethereum assuming Bitcoin hits 100K? So assuming 100K Bitcoin.
$10,500.
All right. 10,000.
$10,500.
Beautiful. That ought to make some people happy. And then a couple WSOP questions. One, real quick, how many chips do you have right now for WSOP?
46,600. I had 60,000. I went all the way up to 140,000, and I bagged up at 46.6.
How's Brian doing? I didn't even ask.
Brian's not playing yet. He's
not.
still trying to win a satellite. He spent as much money on satellites as he would just to pay.
That's funny. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I don't play satellite tournaments. I think they're a waste of time, personally. No offense, Brandon or Brian.
No, he likes them.
It's called Brandon.
Yeah, he's been pretty close on a couple of them, he said, but just not close enough. That's the brutal part. And then favorite WSOP player all time and favorite favorite active, or both.
I gotta say, I've always liked Daniel Negreanu pretty good.
Yeah.
I like he for poker kind of does what we do. Like he's kind of a mainstream poker player that brings people in, and he explains things very simple so people can understand. But then he's also got like advanced expert content that he does as well, and he just seems like a really nice guy. I tell you what, there's a table that's a few tables down for me that has Joe Cata, Alan Kessler, Jesse Sylvia, who got second a few years ago, I think. And they all, between that one table, an opening table at the main event, there's 14 bracelets at that table. A new friend, Shane, that I met, he's also there. He's got 2 bracelets. So 14 bracelets at one table. Imagine getting that table.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's not a good draw for your first table if you're a noob. Unless you just want the experience of hanging out with the pros. But yeah. I would say my 2 favorite are Negreanu, I like a lot, and Phil Ivey, if I had to pick 2. Like one is all numbers and math, and one's all talk, so kind of gut And I mean, not all talk. Obviously, Legrand knows a lot of math too, but one plays it all by the book. One plays the person a little bit more, which I like.
Well, I don't know if we would say Phil Ivey plays it by the book because I don't know. He's been in trouble for some stuff, so that's all I'll
Oh,
say.
okay.
He's actually like quite controversial. You know, he had this big scandal where he was like cheating in, I think it was baccarat, and they took all his money. Crazy thing that happened. So I'm not throwing shade on him. I mean, people can look it up. It happened.
They took all his what? You cut out there?
They took all his money, like all the money he won. They wouldn't give it to him or something because he had found like a loophole in the game. And I mean, you can't be mad at somebody for exploiting a loophole, but he clearly knew he was cheating. So
Interesting.
it was millions of dollars too. It was a lot.
Wow. Huh. All right. Well, let's get back to crypto.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, look at the chart here for Bitcoin. Now, I keep referencing Jeb's video from this morning, and the reason is because I actually watched it. I watched like a few minutes of his live stream and some of the stuff he was talking about. And he was basically saying, like, when you look at, we're on the weekly chart here. We'll go to the daily chart. When you look here at the daily chart, we're not really getting a huge indicator on market cipher of where it's going, other than we're clearly down here on this upward trajectory of the momentum wave. And I am trying to watch. A lot of people asking XRP settlement updates. I will have an update for you guys on that probably in about 10 days. So we're working on that. I will talk about it, between now and then, but I should have a pretty major update for you guys here pretty soon. Okay, so anyways, what Jeb was saying is that basically right here, with right here and right here, because it topped out here at six. Oh gosh, you see that number? Can you see it? What it topped out at?
I can't, but I know what it is.
Yeah, it's too small. I don't think anybody can see it. It's $66,666.
Of course.
That's the high for the day.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the devil made that one happen himself. But basically, what you're looking at here is a possible double top. And what is a double top? This is one of these phrases that we use a lot, but we don't necessarily go into detail with exactly what it is. A double top is basically where there's a level of resistance, and it takes another run at it, and it gets rejected again. Usually, a double top is a sign of the top, a local top of the market. Now, I don't think that's the case here because it's still way too early, in my opinion, to call this a double top because it did not actually hit 67,000. And because I feel like the momentum is still very strong for Bitcoin right now, I think it is going to blow right through this. But as of this moment right now, what we're looking at are two similar tops here for Bitcoin. So what happens? You do have this EMA ribbon getting pretty tight here. And when you look traditionally, when you have this EMA ribbon getting very tight, if you go back and look at August, it got real tight right here, started to get real tight right here. And each one of those times, real tight right here, it led to a big run up. So I do think we are going to see a continued big run up here. So I'm trying to watch the chat a little bit, but it's in day mode. So I basically want a neck right now.
Yeah. Ugh. Surprised your eyes aren't bleeding.
They are bleeding, actually, right now at this very second. Looking at the Ethereum chart, we are on the daily here for Ethereum. Now, you want to talk about a stair-step chart here.
Yeah.
I mean, Ethereum is definitely on a little stair-step. Now, we did get on the minimum wave down here for market cipher. We did get a green dot down there, so that is really bullish. What were you going to say, TJ?
Nothing. That was this is the daily chart we're looking at?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks great on the daily. Holy cow.
Yeah. That looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself here. So, really with Ethereum right now, it just seems like it is just on a super upward trajectory. There's been really no sideways action ever since the beginning of October. It has been, well, I guess you could say there was some sideways action right here in this one spot. But outside of that, it's pretty much been volatile to the upside, volatile to the downside. But the swings up have been very slow and gradual. And that's why it feels, I would say, the way that Ethereum is moving right now kind of feels similar to what Bitcoin was doing at the top of the last part one of this bull run, right? Like it inched up to 54, and then it inched up to 56, then it inched up to 58, then it went to 60, then it went to 64. And it feels kind of like right now Ethereum's doing the same thing, like it's just inching up. And of course, we do know that led to an explosive move to the downside with Bitcoin. but I think we are going to see that explosive move. I mean, it does feel like Ethereum is about ready to move here. I think anytime you can buy Ethereum right now for the remainder of this bull run under $5,000, I think you're going to be in a good spot. I do think, though, that obviously as we move to the end of this cycle, which for Ethereum it could be January, we might mimic the 2017 2018 market. That I think Ethereum is already right now at prices higher than where it will fall in the bear market. You agree with that?
It's higher now than prices it'll ever get to in the bear market? You mean it's gonna drop
Yeah.
lower than this in the bear market?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I think
What's your low number for Ethereum in the bear market?
Yeah, somebody asked me this the other day, and I was putting some thought into. They asked if I thought it would ever go under 2,000 again, and that was an interesting.
Yeah, somebody asked me that too.
Yeah, that was an interesting number to me because the previous all-time high is 1,400, and so like traditional logic would say, okay, in the bear market it goes and retests the previous all-time high, but I mean, it's basically what I said is I think it's plausible that it would touch that. I do think 2000 is a really strong support, and if it did get below that, it'd be real quick, like a flash down for a few hours or maybe a day and then jump right back up to 2000. But yeah, I think it can very easily get back in the 2000 range. I'm not going to try to pinpoint the bottom, but I do think it could get close to that for sure. That's my
Well, I think that that is definitely almost my exact response that I gave. So it's funny you say it like that, because what I said was I don't think it will get back below $2,000, but if it does, it will be just briefly and very close to it. Like it could drop to 18, it could drop to 17 and bounce right back up. And if you look at what Bitcoin did when it, even when you look at both times that Bitcoin went in the 3,000s in the last bear market, when it went down to, and really, I mean, in the bull market as well, when it went from $20,000 all the way down to 3,200, it sat at $6,000 forever.
Yeah.
And then it basically crashed down over a 1 month period to 32, and then it bounced right back up to about 6,000. And I think with Bitcoin, or in the next kind of beginning of this bull run, right before the halving, when the pandemic crash happened in that March, it was the same thing. I mean, it was in between $7,000 and $10,000, and then it crashed all the way to 39, and then bounced all the way back up to $5,500, $6,000. So I could definitely see something like that happening for Ethereum, where it goes below 2,000 and comes back up. So let's move on here. Crypto world hits $3 trillion market cap as Ether and Bitcoin gain. And I do want to point out to you guys, like I said earlier, right now we are over $3 trillion. We're CoinGecko to make sure it still is. Yeah. About the same number, 3.027. But notice on CoinMarketCap, we are at 2.881 thousand. Now, in this article, it does specifically say right here, it's 7:38 a.m. in London. The overall market cap of cryptos hit 3.01 trillion, according to CoinGecko pricing. So it is a little bit different than CoinMarketCap. But the third and fourth biggest tokens, Binance Coin and Solana, have added more than 20% in the past 7 days.
Can you zoom it out a touch or get the left-hand side there? There you go. Perfect.
Let's see here. Of course, crypto is notoriously volatile. I can move this in.
No, it looks okay. No.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri said she's having trouble hearing me.
No, now we've got.
Is that fine?
No. Put it back how you had it. You had it right, but now we have black bar on the right side.
Where did the black? How did that black bar come?
You collapsed the browser in, I think.
So weird.
It's good.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Crypto markets had already roughly quadrupled from its 2020 year-end value. Bitcoin's current rally is, I love this, fueled by the U.S. trading debut of the Bitcoin-linked ETF, as well as Elon Musk's weekend Twitter poll.
Oh, wow.
That's what they're saying caused this thing to rise. These people are so stupid. Like, I can't even with these people saying that Elon Musk pumped Bitcoin by asking if he should sell Tesla stock, which we'll get to at the end. Along with this, we also have this story, which is very interesting. Bitcoin tops $66,000, resuming uptrend as real bond yields slide. What did we tell you for months and months and months was coming? These bond yields going down. So actually, I think it was in September and October, they had actually started going back upwards Now they are falling again. And I love this tagline here. Good.
No, I was gonna say there's a specific line in here that you're really gonna like, I think.
Okay, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
But I like this line. The cryptocurrency may face some selling pressure around $70,000. Here's the best part. One trader said. One guy said, hey, 70 maybe. And then they made an article about it. So let's see if we can find that that line here. Yuya Hasagawa, I assume this may be it here.
You found it.
Crypto market analyst at Japan's exchange BitBank said sinking real or inflation-adjusted bond yield may be powering Bitcoin higher. We've been telling you for a long time. Real yield sliding due to inflation fears may have caused the recent Bitcoin rally.
You mean
the inflation narrative?
It wasn't Elon's tweet?
That's crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Insane.
It's just funny.
Check out this line here.
This article comes out right after and tells the real story, and then the one before it's just like, oh, it was Elon. It's just funny.
Elon. The inflation narrative still dominates the headlines, and people are feeling the pinch globally. Whether it's gas prices in the US, energy prices in Europe, or food prices in Latin America, the headwinds of supply chain constraints and shrinking labor force has investors looking for a store of value. This is the important part right here, okay? Because it says the inflation narrative still dominates the headlines. We told you over the summer, inflation was going to become a giant talking point. Do not listen to this. Do not listen to this. We are moving toward deflation. The inflation narrative exists, yet everything we're seeing, the increasing, the strength of the dollar on the DXY, we're seeing the bond yields start to move the other direction. Guys, this inflation narrative is meant to make you fail. It is meant to make you fail. They're going to pull the rug out from under y'all. Yep. New York mayor wants schools to teach about Bitcoin and blockchain. You saw the New York mayor said he was going to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin.
I did. Yep.
Yeah, that was insane. This is actually a guy who's pretty crypto friendly, which is good. In the state of in New York City, the governor or the government there, he's the head of that. Obviously, is the mayor. He just was elected. You guys know in New York, they're one direction politically, pretty much. I think it's 9 out of 10 people in the city of New York vote Democrat. Did you know that?
Wow. No.
9 out of 10. That's insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point here is that I told you guys maybe, I don't know, 3 months ago, look at all the candidates for the mayor of New York, which did include Andrew Yang. Of course, they don't even really, the actual election is a joke. It's really just the primaries where they determine who the mayor is going to be. I said, I kind of like this guy. I don't agree with this guy politically on almost anything, but there are certain things that he said and he's done that I really agreed with. And he was definitely the one who I would have said, if you gave me this list of people, Eric Adams is the one I would have said, I think he's a little more center than most of those other people. And so now we're seeing he's also friendly to crypto, which is really good. Bitcoin bull Eric Adams believes school should add a subject focused on crypto and blockchain technology. And I was telling you guys I was telling you, TJ, that right before the show, I got an email. This is cool. I got an email from the coach at my kid's school who was in charge of those 3 classes I went and spoke to last week. And he said that they haven't stopped talking about me for a week. Some of the kids said I was the best guest speaker they ever had come in. But pretty good. I'd say I'm pretty good. But the point is, crypto is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Blockchain is so fascinating. That's why you start to fall down this rabbit hole and you really start to understand the future of this. And he's actually talking to me about trying to add some crypto stuff to their curriculum. And I think that's absolutely great. Kids want to learn about this stuff. They're not getting it, the finance classes in schools. They're not getting any of this stuff. Yep. And this is clearly the future. So it's really good to see that not only Eric Adams is pushing towards this, but also some of our local schools here are, or not here in Las Vegas, but here back home in Ackworth, are looking at this stuff. He says here, Eric Adams, crypto is the future and children should learn about it. Obviously, this is going to play a big role in the way that, they develop. I mean, I think it's pretty interesting that I am in a special generation called the Zennials. Do you know what that is?
The Zennials?
Yeah.
Interesting.
we're on the cusp of millennial and Generation X, right?
Got it.
So technically, if you look at the years, it just depends on, there's no governing body that determines what the generation is
Right.
and what year it is. It's kind of ambiguous. So I was in a generation where we grew up like the internet grew with us. Video games also grew with my age group.
Mhm.
So when I was a kid, they didn't make video games for adults. That wasn't a thing. It only started as we started aging into adulthood. And when you look at the internet, is the same thing. We started out in school playing Oregon Trail in the computer lab. We ended high school using the internet for everything. That was how fast that transition was. Kids today are going to be able to look at back as this generation is the crypto and blockchain generation. When these kids, kids that are like right now who are in elementary school, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade, whatever it is, when they started out in kindergarten, there was really no crypto. I mean, it did exist technically, but you're going back like 2012, 2013, the very beginnings of it. And I think by the time these people get out of high school, mainstream adoption is going to be here 100%. They're going to be using blockchain for everything. So it's a really interesting future to think about.
Yeah, it is. And real quick, I forgot to mention when we did the Q&A, we've got 13,400 people watching right now, only 2,700 likes. So if anybody could, go smash that like button. And then what, if they're on TV, more actions, more options, go down and hit the like button, close the live chat there for just a second, then you can come right back. It's the best way to help the channel.
Yeah, number one way you can support the channel. If you like these remote live streams, make sure to hit that like button. We put a lot of work into doing the show every day, and if you guys don't hit enough likes, so we don't hit at least 5,000 likes, I'm going to stop doing these remote live streams, and y'all are going to be forced to have Nick Demondi or DZ every day.
Don't hurt his feeling, guys. We need better.
Don't hurt my feelings. Be my friends. Our meetup went awesome, by the way, on Friday night.
It was great.
Unbelievable. We had 500 people there.
Yeah, it was great. We always love meeting people from the BitSquad, but we got to meet some people that like help our community. Somebody from the Pluto Alliance Discord, one of our clippers came out that we hadn't met in person before. So yeah, always good.
And Juggy TV came from the
Where's
basement.
he at? Is he in the basement today?
I don't know if he's in here or not.
Yeah, we met Juggy.
Me and my wife had breakfast with him on I guess Saturday morning.
That's awesome.
That's good. All you got to do is just come in here and just make a lot of obscene comments over a long period of time, and you'll get to have breakfast with me one day.
Awesome.
That's
all
Juggy.
right. Next,
he's a good guy. Bitcoin software days away as Taproot upgrade closes in. Taproot upgrade was set for deployment after he just sent me. Nick just sent me a message.
That's funny. Also,
it was very, very bad message.
I'm
sorry, Nick. I love it. We love Nick Demondi.
We do. Left hand margin. Check that. There you go.
Yeah, it's my window's too big. But anyways, let's see. Set for deployment after 90%. Do we have a approximate date for this?
I'm not sure.
That's all people really care about.
I thought
it'll be activated on November 14th.
Yeah.
So do we think this could cause Bitcoin to go up? Oh, there's our friend Pump with a tweet. There's our friend Pump. $31 billion of value settled on Bitcoin network in a single day. It's an all-time high for a single day. This global decentralized payment system continues to become more dominant. Wow. Great tweet, Pump. I mean, it really is a good tweet. I like the tweet. Great tweet, Pump. What I would say here is that I don't think this Taproot upgrade is going to do much for Bitcoin. I mean, It has these Schnorr signatures. Bitcoin updates, they take so long and they're so boring and they don't really do a lot of stuff. And most people can't even tell you what the last big upgrade was. SegWit was the last update, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does that do?
Yeah, it's just a different way for signatures, basically.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what did it do for Bitcoin, really? Not much. Like, if we're on the continuum of what the end result was. It changed the way that, some of the transactions are sent and stuff like that. But it didn't have a huge effect on Bitcoin. And I don't expect this to have a huge effect on Bitcoin either. I don't even think people will not even know that this happened unless they knew that it happened.
And when you say effect on Bitcoin, you mean effect on Bitcoin price, correct? Is that what you're saying? Or
not just that, but I would say, I think I'm trying to believe there's more to it than just the price, but maybe there's not. Maybe that is all. That's the price.
Yeah, that's kind of like obviously it affects Bitcoin.
Like mainstream. It's not going to help Bitcoin go mainstream.
Right.
I
It
guess
obviously affects the network and how things are
right.
processed, but that doesn't really have a big effect on the perception, the adoption, the price, that kind of stuff. The stuff that the mainstream really cares about.
It's kind of like this. It's like imagine your favorite team, which mine's the Falcons, which we to be the Saints in New Orleans. We almost tied the record for biggest uh, 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 comeback of all time, or blown lead of all time, which was 18 points in the fourth quarter, which was us against the Patriots. We almost tied our own record.
Wow.
Yeah, but we came through. But it's kind of like an NFL team. Like if the NFL team changed their manager or their general manager or their coach or their owner, like it's got a huge effect on everything. But sometimes if they hire a scout, you never know this guy existed, right? That they hired some random scout, but this was the guy that went to a smaller school and found a player that turned out to be, a Pro Bowler down the road that makes a game-winning play, or could that one player could be the difference between you winning a Super Bowl or not. But the fans don't even know this guy exists.
Right.
To me, that's a good representation of a lot of these changes to Bitcoin. Like they're tiny changes that can make big, reverberating effects down the road, but people don't even know that it happened, and your average person doesn't even know that this change existed. So
right, and wouldn't understand it even if they did know.
Exactly. Right. So my chat keeps. Did my iPad go dead? It sure did. My iPad's dead. I can't see the chat anymore. That's so sad. Yeah. Can we just tell Nick Damani that we love him? Can you tell him in person when you see him that I love him? He's very mad at me right now.
Yeah, we'll tell him, and we'll just have BitBoy versus iPad in the chat for the rest of it.
Oh God. I don't know what happened here with this. It was charged 90%.
Technology, man.
Technology. I guess I had the brightness all the way up. Sorry, what it was. Bank of America executive sees crypto as asset class. I don't view it as competition at all. Now, this is very interesting because this goes exactly perpendicular to what Bank of America has said in the past, which is they don't view Bitcoin as competition, but they do view decentralized finance as competition.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's at 84%. It just turned back on. What in the world is going on with this iPad? So weird. All right, I'm back though. I think it did an update, is what it did. So weird. Anyways, Bank of America's chief operating officer does not see crypto as competition. He views it as an asset class. His exact quote was, "I don't view it as competition at all. I view it as another asset class, and people like it for all sorts of different reasons." Interesting question I had last night by one of the players at my table. He asked me, he said, "Don't you think that the limited supply is a problem? And don't you think that the amount of Bitcoin," somebody else asked me, like, "don't you think the amount of Bitcoin that is lost, like that's a big deal?" And this is where like people that aren't in crypto every day or don't have a really, really solid understanding of it, where they just, there's very simple things. That's why we're going to do the beginner Q&A at the end. When I explained to him that you could break a Bitcoin down into 100 million parts, and each one of those parts is called a Satoshi, it clicked with him. He's like, "Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't know you could break a Bitcoin down that far." So when you break it down to 100 million parts, shows how far spread out it can be. I thought that was really interesting as well. And of course, all the Bitcoin that's lost, they say estimated 4 out of the 18.85 million Bitcoin in circulation are gone forever. That's good for the price. We want the scarcity. We want the rarity. So I think banks are starting to see that as well here. So he said crypto reminded him of derivatives in their early days. He also admitted he did not understand stablecoins. So pretty interesting. I do know there is a very large bank in the United States that I know a guy that works for them, and he told me they know literally nothing about crypto. He says even the people on their crypto team know that the people on their crypto team at this bank probably know less than our newest employee that doesn't even know anything about crypto. And that's not a specific person. I just mean like somebody we bring in after a week, they would probably know more about crypto than some of these large banks know. What about you, TJ? Do you know about crypto?
I've heard of it. I think it's going to be around for a little while.
Ethereum price. Go ahead.
No, all I was going to say is I've heard similar things that from people at high up companies that have put together crypto teams, and all they have done is get people that understand technology together and say, "Go figure this out." And they've all just decided, like, "Yeah, we're the crypto team, but we know nothing about crypto, so we're gonna hire consultants." That's basically what they do.
Sounds like the government.
It does.
Ethereum's price hits new all-time high, but record high fees threaten its success. And I mean, this is something we've talked about for a long time. If you hated the gas fees at $4,000, wait till it's $8,000.
Yep.
So it says, can ETH sustain these gains? And here you see this compared to the Australian dollar. So this must be finder.com.au. That's if you want Australian ETH at 6,400.
Wow.
The past month has seen ETH record profits in excess of 33%. Cost of executing a smart contract on the ETH network recently rose as high as $135. Solana is now the fourth largest crypto by market cap, overtaking Cardano and Tether. Ethereum scalability woes have caused users to migrate to other altcoin blockchains, such as Polkadot and Avalanche. Earlier today, Ethereum, the world's second biggest crypto, hit a new all-time high of 47.38. It hit 47.75 a few minutes ago. Let's see what it's at right now. 47.87. It just peaked out at 47.95, so it's about to cross 4,800 any second now. The latest surge, comes despite the Ethereum network continuing to be faced with high transaction fees. Let's see. The Malaysian commodities firm moved over to Polygon, which is what we use for CoinLeague. You guys are checking out CoinLeague. We use Polygon for that. Much cheaper. And guys, I think at the end of the day, we already have solutions for these gas problems. They already exist. And so a lot of people are out there like, nonstop complaining about these ETH gas fees, but all the smart companies are moving their stuff over to Polygon, a layer 2 solution. That's literally why Polygon was created, was to make things interoperable. And then when they really came up with the new name for Polygon, the new rebrand, their idea was kind of to be Cosmos on Ethereum, to where it made everything on Ethereum interoperable on layer 2. So what this means is the gas fees are extremely low. I think what were we paying for the gas fees on CoinLeague? Do you know, is it like 10 cents in Polygon or something like that?
It's fraction. It's like 1 or 2 cents. It's way cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on what action you're doing, but it's, it just to play, I think, is a penny or less.
Let's see, what is Polygon doing price wise right now? So $1.89. Let's see. Let's look at the 7-day. Had a spike last week, 3 months. Hit a new all-time high of, no, that's not right. That's not a new all-time high. Back in May, it was at $2.43. So still a ways to go to get back to its all-time high, but it is clearly on an uptrend here. And I mean, I think Polygon is definitely one to continue to watch. We do know that this has been one of the biggest gainers, most consistent gainers for this bull run. And when you look here at the chart for Polygon, and you see when we had this massive run up in May, if you want to show the screen here, when it had this massive run up in May right here, you guys can see, I think we're heading towards another one of those for the second leg, and it will be probably pretty soon. Polygon, and I tell you, this is why we love Cartesi so much, because we feel like Cartesi is like another Polygon. When you see how much these layer 2 solutions are being utilized by us, by other companies, they're moving over to them. This is a good place. Yesterday in my video about top 3 altcoins, we talked about the 3 kinds of altcoins you should be looking at. And one of those were the hottest coins in different niches. Well, Polygon has been the layer 2 solution forever that has been crushing it. There are some gems in that layer 2 scale network. Of course, Cartesi, ZK rollups, I think is the name. Well, ZK rollups are a kind of rollup, but I think there is a ZK rollups actual project. You have Optimism. You've got a lot of these layer 2 solutions that can really mimic Polygon probably. Once people really start moving over and understanding the benefits, you don't have to pay the high gas fees. Like, you don't have to pay them. There are ways around that stuff. Of course, Binance Smart Chain is another chain that, has lower gas fees, but I'm a bigger fan of Polygon for sure. All right, what's the next story here? ATM scams in China. Okay, all right, so we'll start out with this. FBI raised the public attention on scams involving crypto ATMs. And I tell you, I see crypto ATMs almost everywhere I go now.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of them?
Tons. Gas stations.
You got some local gas stations right around us that have them.
Yep.
So the FBI issued a warning about the increasing number of fraudsters using crypto ATMs in their schemes. The FBI warned of an increase in scammers, QR codes, gave valuable tips on how to protect themselves for people. The FBI has seen an increase in scammers directing victims to use physical crypto ATMs and digital QR codes to complete payment transactions. This is like the next evolution of the ETH giveaway scam. Like here, go to a physical place and send me a Ethereum, and I will send you twice as much back. Can't believe people fall for this stuff.
I think
Um,
I think this one's a little different because on ATM, there is some QR code scanning that goes on. So if you're new to it and you're confused and you walk up to something and saying, "Oh, scan here, do this," you think it's instructions. You just scan your wallet, and before you know it, you're wiped out. So, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that use crypto ATMs regularly, but if
Well,
you're
we don't know a lot of drug users.
yeah. But, I would just say be careful, just like opening a link, the QR code scan, because people are getting real familiar with it with menus and things these days. It's gonna be the new trick, just like you get a dummy link sent to you and you click it, and before you know it, it's gone. It'll be the same with QR codes. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
scan something unless you have a pretty good idea you know what it is, especially if it relates to crypto.
So this is pretty interesting. How they say the scam is happening. It says they lure victims by pretending to be a familiar entity such as a government, a legal office, law enforcement, or a utility company. Like your water company's going to call up and be like, "Hey, you need to send me 2 Bitcoins or we're turning your water off." But basically, this is what a lot of these scammers do: is they rely on trust. They rely on people being too trusting.
Mhm.
So you should question everything. So the FBI has some tips. They said you should not dispatch payments to someone you've never seen, even if you believe you have a true online relationship with them. If you met them on Tinder or whatever that coffee app that TJ likes is. Additionally, one should never scan QR codes and send funds via a crypto ATM to such shady individuals. In case of receiving a call from a mysterious phone number where a person identifies himself as someone familiar and requests crypto payments, people should be aware. Instead of sending the assets, they should contact the local law enforcement agents. And I mean, really the thing here is, excuse me, really the thing here is that if someone contacts you about sending them money, you should call the actual company. Look up the phone number online and call them, and they will tell you that obviously that's not true. You shouldn't just get get the robocalls, like robocalls saying the IRS is coming after you, send us money. Like those actually work, and or they wouldn't do them so much. And
Mhm.
it blows my mind. But you guys just be smart out there with your money, for sure. We have this story here: China's digital currency used in transactions were $10 billion. 140 million people have digital yuan wallets. So this is about the digital yuan, the CBDC of China. They are moving to. Let's see, their adoption rises nearly 10 billion transacted. And TJ, you were saying that somewhere in here it talks about how they're like forcing the people to use it.
No, I don't know if it's in there or not, but basically it
Yeah,
just highlights like they've got 140 million people that have the wallet, and that's not necessarily by choice. And 9 billion in transactions isn't necessarily successful. They're trying to tout this as look at how well this is going. Everybody has this wallet. This is the best new thing ever. When in reality, the users don't like it. They're not using it. They're just
yeah.
being forced into it.
Let's see here. Let me do my handy dandy calculator here. Um, let's see. So, not how much was it? 10 billion.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, you can do 10. It was 9 and change, like 9.7 or something.
10 billion. So it's basically okay. 10 divided by 1. All right. It's basically like $71 each. I think that people have spent on it,
Right.
which is interesting because I can't remember what the number was, but how they got people to use this was they gave them $30 of the currency for free.
Hmm.
So basically, they've only done a little over twice of the free money that they gave out. So not really successful. And when they did all these trials, the people said they hated it. They said they just rather use the we pay or whatever, or Alipay.
Hmm.
So
Also, we
All
got
right,
the
moving on here.
chat saying Ada's showing signs of life. Pushing 209.
Okay, well, let's go look at that here real quick. Cardano up, yep, 208 right here, up 2.48%, up 6.47% for the week. Dogecoin is only up 1% for the week. Shiba's down 21% for the week. I'm just trying to look at things that have performed worse than Cardano. Uniswap, Polygon. Yeah, Cardano has definitely not been one of the bigger movers. Stellar definitely not doing very well. So Stellar had a little run up there about a month to 6 weeks ago, and then that's the last we've really heard of Stellar. So, okay, so Tesla stocks unfazed as Twitter poll tells Elon Musk to sell 10% of his shares. So I thought this was really crazy. You guys didn't see the tweet. He put this out. It says, much is made. His name is Lord Edge now.
Wow.
Lord Edge. What is wrong with this guy? Is he unstable?
What is stable?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Let's see. Do you support this? Much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance. So I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support this? 57.9% said yes. So is he going to do it?
I don't know.
He said he argued the idea came from the recent discussions. Now remember, Cointelelie, I told you this is why the price of Bitcoin went up. Because Elon Musk tweeted about stocks. Let's see here. Let's see. Regardless of his reasoning, the implications of such a move could be significant for his company. We all know that. Tesla stocks have remained stable. They haven't moved. So pretty interesting. And Michael Saylor and Max Kaiser explained the potential benefits of Elon converting Tesla shares to Bitcoin. I bet they do. But they'd like for him to do that. When are they going to realize that this guy's not really on the Bitcoin train? He's on his own train. Yep. No horn he likes to toot as much as his own. So I think Michael Saylor's on Pomp Show today. Oh, wow. By the way, Elon Musk, Ron Wyden. Let's see where this tweet is. Let's see. See if I can find the tweet here. I think it's real. I want to find the tweet because it is ridiculous what Elon Musk said. Let me see if I can find it. I guess we'll go to Twitter, look up Elon Musk. Because it's a retweet. Let's see here. Person. Elon Musk. Okay. Oh, he's blocked. We blocked Elon Musk. We did that live. Let's unblock him for just a second so I can look this up. He says, I will abide by the results of this poll. So I guess he's going to sell 10% of his stock.
That'd be wild.
So I can't find what he said. Maybe it was on Ron Wyden's. Let me go there. Ron Wyden. This is a senator. I think he's a senator, yeah, from Oregon. Whether or not the world's richest man pays any taxes at all shouldn't depend on the results of a Twitter poll. It's time for the billionaires' income tax. You know, this gets the hippies all riled up. They love this stuff when you say you're going to tax billionaires. Mm-hmm. Maybe it got deleted, or maybe I think Elon Musk responded to this. I can't find it now though. Maybe he did. Maybe what I saw was photoshopped. So I don't give you bad information. But the point is this is making a lot of waves, and Elon Musk says now he's going to sell 10% of his Tesla stock. We got this story here. Jack in the Box crypto exchange sues crypto exchange FTX for brazenly and illegally copying the mascot. And can we talk about terrible food? Jack in the Box has got to be the worst fast food restaurant out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. I've seen some polls across the country, and they win for worst burger every time.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely awful. Theirs is a quantity play, not a quality play, because they have they had a sorry, somebody just sent me something about Elon Musk, but they have a wide variety of food. They have like tacos and barbecue sandwiches and burgers and this and that, but it's all terrible.
It's all terrible.
It's all terrible. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that they copied him exactly? I mean, it's pretty
I think it's
I don't think so.
no. This is a pure marketing play for Jack in the Box. They can launch a lawsuit that pulls them right at the top of, the crypto news feed by the fact that they're suing the number one exchange that's in the news. But they know they're not going to win this lawsuit. It's a joke.
Yeah, I feel like there are enough differences here. I mean, eyebrows, clearly a difference here.
Yep.
This color of the face, the smile is different, the nose is a little bit different.
No
The only thing
hat.
that's the same exact is the shape of the head and the eyeballs.
Right. That's it. So they can't claim they have copyrights on a circular head and eyes.
Or circular eyes. Yeah, no way. So, all right, do you have some questions or beginner Q&A here?
Sure. Yeah, we pulled a few. And if you guys have any other ones, drop them in there now. First Q&A, what is a hardware wallet and what are some good options for a hardware wallet?
So a hardware wallet is what we call cold storage. Cold storage means that all of your crypto is stored offline, which means it's not accessible unless the device is turned on and plugged in. A hot wallet means that there is internet connectivity required to use it. So a cold storage wallet is a device that plugs into a USB most often, and then that device communicates with your computer, and you're able to transfer the crypto through usually a third-party app. Well, not a third-party app. It's usually the app of the device, like Ledger Live for desktop. And Ledger obviously is the number one hardware wallet. It's the most trusted. Ledger did have had an email hack where everybody who had bought one at some point had their emails compromised, and by compromised I mean just somebody got access to that email list. Outside of that, like that, the device itself, so you may have heard the ledger was hacked. Well, that was just information. That was not anybody's crypto, not how much crypto you had. It was nothing to do with your device. No crypto was stolen from this. There were a bunch of phishing scams that went out because of it. But if you go to bitboycrypto.com/deals here, you guys can get access to the to Ledger. We work with them. We be giving out a Ledger code here around Black Friday, where they do a huge sale. So if you guys want access to the Ledger hardware wallet, you can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals, and you can click right here, and it'll take you to the website. So it's just a safer way to store your crypto. No one can touch it but you. That's what we call it, full custodianship, because no one has access to it. If you have your crypto stored on the Coinbase app, you don't technically own that crypto because they're holding it for you. But you could withdraw that and you could put it on a ledger or another cold storage device. And now you actually own your crypto and no one can touch it without you giving over your private key.
What is the Bitcoin 4-year cycle?
Okay, so the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is based off what we call the Bitcoin halving. This is an event that occurs approximately every 4 years. You can actually go to this website. It's Bitcoin block half, isn't it? Yeah, bitcoinblockhalf.com, and it shows you how long it will be towards the next Bitcoin halving. Right now, it's scheduled for May 7th of 2024. The last one was on May 11th, 2020. I expect by the time we get a little bit closer, the hash rate will go up. So I expect this probably to be in early April or late March, most likely. But there's 911 days, 911 days until the next Bitcoin halving. This halving cuts the production of Bitcoin in half, okay? In the beginning, people got 50 Bitcoin per block. Today, they get 6.25 Bitcoin for every block mined. And that's got a massive compound effect on the overall supply of Bitcoin. It's supply and demand. If you cut production, the demand stays the same or goes up, now you're talking about the price also going up. That every 4 years, that begins the new Bitcoin cycle. So that's when we see similar movement, because they cut the production. Bitcoin rises to an unsustainable level in the bull market, comes down in the bear market to a more fair value, probably for Bitcoin, even an undervalued price. And then, we'll have the bottom of the market. Then Bitcoin will slowly tick up. Then you have the Bitcoin halving again, and then it starts moving up. Now, it doesn't go up the day of the halving. Okay, it takes about 2 to 3 months after these halving events to really see the prices start to surge. If that's a good explanation.
Yeah, that was good. And this is another one that I think newbies run into a lot when they first get started is best wallets to start with. They said it's super confusing where to start. Do you need a wallet for every blockchain or what do you do?
I think a good wallet for people to start with is the Coinbase wallet. Now, I want to say this: there is a difference between the Coinbase app and the Coinbase wallet. They are two different apps. Let's see if I can. Well, I can't pull that up. Let's see. So the Coinbase wallet, Coinbase app versus Coinbase wallet. Let's see if I can show you guys a an image here that maybe. No, not there. I want to show you guys the difference between the logos so you guys know. Which is okay, so that is the wallet. The wallet. So the Coinbase wallet, this is the logo right here. It's a circle. Don't go away. Whereas the Coinbase app, I believe, is the C still. Is that correct?
The C, the
Is the
Coinbase,
logo for Coinbase still a C?
it is, but it's a different C. It's almost a completely closed C.
Almost. Let's see, where's that?
That
This one right here.
That one. Yep.
So this is the Coinbase app logo. This is the this here is the Coinbase. I've really botched this stuff big time. This here is the Coinbase wallet logo here. Okay, they're different. The Coinbase app, I mean, it can store what you can trade on there. But the reason why I think the Coinbase wallet is a good option is because if you're interested in getting NFTs, it still allows for the really easy user interface and the really easy functionality of Coinbase, but it's advanced enough so that you can actually send NFTs and use full bandwidth of an Ethereum address. You can send any ERC20 on Coinbase Wallet. They got a lot of different blockchains there on that wallet. There's no wallet that I know of that can take every coin in every blockchain. I mean, that doesn't exist. A lot of people want that. Just like there's no exchange that has every coin on it. So there's some things in crypto that like we kind of wish there was, some more, I guess standardization in the space for different stuff. But I would say the Coinbase wallet is the next step up for beginners who maybe use Coinbase or other simple apps to really be able to learn the more advanced features of wallets. What do you think? What's one you would suggest?
Yeah, that's tough. There's a lot of, I mean, Trust Wallet. It kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're messing with NFTs and multiple chains, Trust Wallet can hold a lot of different stuff and it's pretty easy to use. Edge Wallet is great for a lot of beginners because it's got some good recovery mechanisms in there that are similar to what people are used to with like a username and password, and they don't get overwhelmed with a seed phrase right off the bat. But I mean, I think the Coinbase wallet is great. And real quick, let's do this last question before we wrap up. Somebody asked about, they said they've heard you talk about the Coinbase Vault before, but they didn't really know what that was. Is it safe and secure? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, the Coinbase Vault is awesome. The Coinbase Vault is actually within the regular Coinbase app. You have to go to Coinbase on desktop though. So I guess you can access the vault once you set it up on the app, but you have to originally set it up on desktop. At least the last time I tried it, I set one up a few months ago. So all you do is you go to your portfolio and you click on a coin, and on that coin there should be like three options. It should be like overview, portfolio, something like that, and then it'll say vault. You click on vault, you enable the vault for your coin, and what the Coinbase Vault does is it allows you to put crypto specifically, like let's say I've got 10 Bitcoin, I want to move 9 of them over to the vault. You can keep one on the regular Coinbase app to trade, but then you can put the other 9 in the vault. What the vault does is 48-hour verification to get sent, to transfer it. So if you move those 9 Bitcoin over to that vault, it will take you 48 hours to get them back out of the vault. So this is not for quick access, okay? But what it does is it has multiple email confirmations sent to 2 different email addresses. So the long and the short of it is the Coinbase Vault is the best way, especially for beginners, to get around having to worry about SIM card swapping. SIM card swapping is when somebody else basically ports over your phone number. It's organized crime. It's done through the phone companies. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And once they get into your phone, they can access everything. If they can get access to your email from your phone, they will be able to reset every password and get into every account that you have. And the scammers know how to do this extremely fast. Most of these SIM card swap hacks, they happen within 5 minutes to 15 minutes, and all your stuff is gone. The Vault prevents that because, number one, it takes 48 hours. So it can't, that window, that 5 to 15 minutes that these SIM card swappers have, because you're going to realize your phone number is gone. Even if it happened to you overnight, worst case scenario, it took you 6 to 8 to 10 hours if you slept for a long time to realize that this has happened to you. Even if the phone company didn't catch it, that's still within that 48-hour window that you have to make sure that you're verifying these transactions. So that's number one. Number two, even if they were able to get into your phone, unless you link it to 2 email addresses on that phone, then they're still not going to get access. Like you can do your phone and your wife's phone, or your phone and your grandma's phone, or your phone and your mom's phone, or whatever, or email address, or you can make up 2 different email addresses and put them in totally different devices. That way they can never be crossed over and people can't SIM card swap you. So Coinbase Vault is a highly recommended tool. I use it, and it is very, very, very safe.
All right. Well, that's all the questions we have. Do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm obviously not around the blockchain. If I bust out tomorrow, I may be home tomorrow night, or most likely Thursday in the afternoon. I'll be coming back in unless I do really well in the tournament. And then, you know, who knows? Maybe I win the whole thing, win some millions of dollars.
Let's go.
I'll tell you this. If I win the World Series of Poker, I will give away a Bitcoin.
Yeah, of course. At least.
Cheer for me.
Are you wearing any like Bitcoin gear while you're at the table?
Well, somebody gave me, a guy at our meetup gave me a Brave shirt that instead of Braves, it's got a tomahawk and it says Bitcoin.
I wore that.
So I mean to give that from Brian. I may wear that tomorrow if I don't wear my Gucci tracksuit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that guy was awesome. He sent us a couple different things. He didn't even know we were doing the Gucci thing and brought us Gucci crypto shirts too.
Yeah, it says Crypto Gang or something.
Yeah, it's cool.
Can't remember what it said, but it's a really cool shirt.
Yeah, huge shout out to everybody who showed up for the meetup. We had a really good time with that.
We love our people.
Yeah.
Be time to start playing our Texas one here soon. So.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, guys, that's all we got for today. Be blessed. Love you guys. Good boy out.